I can't wait to show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're looking at the McFarlane Toys Harry Potter and Ron Weasley action figures. Now I must say I'm going to be doing this review from the point of view of a general action figure collector. I like Harry Potter just fine, but I sure don't collect Harry Potter stuff. I bought these guys because they're a couple of teenagers or young adults in regular clothing. I can use them for civilians. I'm a huge Batman collector and I love civilians to enhance my Batman world. So let's take a quick look at the packaging here. So you can see Harry Potter, just 12 plus. He's got the stag here, as well as himself in regular clothes, which is what really appeals to me. Really not too much going on the top. You see the McFarlane Toys, the Spawn logo. Really not too much going on the sides. There's a barcode at the bottom if anyone needs it. Some bunch of credits. On the back side you can see the rest of the McFarlane Harry Potter figures. I decided to opt out of Voldemort because he's definitely not like a regular person. I don't think I really need him. I'm definitely going to be getting the other figure. It's not available quite yet, but will be in the future. Looking forward to having the set. So, with no further ado, let's open these guys up. Alright, well now they got the guys out of the package. Here they are with all their accessories laid out. They come with a stand each, which is pretty much useless to me. Harry Potter has a sort of magical stag, and the other guy has his terrier, and they each come with a wand. Now I must say, these accessories are going to be fairly useless to me in my general action figure world, but they are still cool for what they are. I must say the actual figures themselves, pretty tall. Looks like they're going to fit in pretty good with the McFarlane Stranger Things figures. Looking forward to checking that out. I really like the clothing on both these guys. It's just regular attire for regular people, and that appeals to me greatly. So before we check out the accessories, let's take a look at the actual figure. As you can see, Harry Potter with his glasses. I like the jacket. A little sort of hoodie type thing underneath. Really liking the clothing. The sculpt's pretty good. They feel very reminiscent of the Stranger Things figures, just the kind of bulkiness or type of plastic. This guy here, I must say his nose looks pretty weird. His nostrils a little big. His hair looks good. Really like his jacket and his shirt a lot. Something about them just really screams to me. Regular person attire, his boots, his pants. I think this guy, his clothing is definitely better. I really do like him quite a bit. And then looking at their accessories, like I said before, I'm not too much of a stand guy. Here it is, got the peg, it's hollow on the bottom. I don't really use action figure stands, so these two are going to go into a huge bin of stands, never to be seen again. And then we've got the stag here, looking pretty cool. It's transparent, I do like that. Has the front legs, none of the back. Then we've got the terrier here, very similar. Then their wands. Of course, here's Harry Potter's wand. And then here's Weasley's wand. Don't really think I'm going to be able to utilize the wands for anything in my action figure world. And then here they are holding their wands. Each one of them has a hand that'll hold a small accessory like so, which I think is pretty cool. It's absolutely no problem utilizing that feature with them. Now that we've taken a quick look at their accessories, which aren't going to do too much for me in my action figure world, like I said before, just really got these guys for some civilian teenagers, maybe some victims for my Pennywise or other horror figures, maybe a kid that's been kidnapped, maybe some street kids, maybe just some schoolmates that are friends. Who knows what I'm going to use them for. But let's go and check out the height of these figures. Now, McFarlane Toys are typically 7-inch scale, but these guys are a little bit younger. They're both sitting at just about 6.5 inches. Next, let's check out their articulation. Let's start with Harry Potter here. You can turn his head from side to side, and it can look up and down pretty decent. It's on a ball joint in there. Shoulders go out about 90 degrees. Ball joint side of there as well. And go forward back as far as you want them to go. Kind of Revoltech-y, they're sort of clicking into place. He has a bicep cut, double jointed elbows. They can go all the way in, which is pretty cool. Then his wrist here, now it's a little bit further back. His sleeves in front of it, which is kind of interesting. It's got like a ball inside of there, so it can rotate and hinge as well. Looks a little odd. Then he's got sort of an ab crunch, sort of swivel ball inside of here. It can rotate as far as you want, and it can move just a hair up and down. Looks like he's got another ball inside of here. It doesn't have a huge range of motion on the waist swivel, but it can go forward and back a little bit as well. So if you have his legs straight and his head, he can look down that far, keeping his legs straight, and up about that far. His hips here go out about that far. Kind of an odd joint inside of here. Looks a lot like the McFarlane Fortnite figures, actually. Go forward about that far. Back, really not much at all. Double jointed knees. Go back that far. Then his foot's on sort of a ball joint here. You can go forward and back like so. And it can rotate. And it can tilt and rock as well. And then Ron here, pretty much the same thing. Head and go around, forward and back quite a bit. Arms out more 90 degrees. He's got the bicep cut as well. Double jointed elbows. His hand rotates. It's hinged as well. He's got the ab articulation here and at the bottom as well. Legs go out that far. Double joint knees. And the same ball joint on the foot. One thing I failed to mention in the articulation is on their feet. They do have toe articulation, and I must say their feet are starting to get a little bit loose here, and I feel like I'm constantly having to push their feet back down to keep them in place. Just a little bit annoying. It's a little bit worse on Harry Potter than Ron. So now let's take a look at them compared with some other action figures in case you want to mix them with other lines to see how they fit in both scale and style-wise. Now here they are with what I believe is a NECA Harry Potter figure. This one here I bought a long time ago for a similar purpose. Just have a regular kid. These guys could be schoolmates of Bruce Wayne's, Damian Wayne, civilians. I mean, just so many uses for these kind of guys. There was also a Harry Potter with a blue shirt from NECA a while back. I wanted to track that one down. I've seen him for pretty cheap a couple times and should have nabbed him, but I didn't really feel like I needed two of the same looking person in different clothings. This Harry Potter is different enough that I can use them both in my action figure world. Here they are next to the main cast of kids from Stranger Things. These guys are also made from McFarlane Toys. These figures do scale pretty nicely with the Harry Potter figures. Harry and Ron are a little bit older than these guys were, at least at this point in the show and films. And here they are next to some NECA kid and young teenager action figures. And then here they are next to all my different action figure children and teenagers. From left to right, first we've got Stranger Things, Walking Dead, A Christmas Story, and then the next level we've got TV show Heroes, Aliens, Hunger Games, Pan's Labyrinth, Harry Potter. Little baby down there is Ghostbusters. The little kid down there is from Spawn. Then we've got Gotham, Batman DC Universe Classics, Terminator 2, and Halloween. And if you're wanting to mix them in with other lines to use the civilians, like I'm doing, here they are with some of the McFarlane brothers. These are figures from Fortnite, Walking Dead, and Stranger Things. They're a little bit shorter than them, but they're also a little bit younger. So in my opinion, they scale up just perfect with these kind of figures. Here they are next to some DST or Diamond Select Toys action figures. These are from lines like Pulp Fiction, Mallrats, Ghostbusters, and Gotham. And now next to some NECA action figures. These are figures from Evil Dead, Uncharted, Blade Runner, and Predator. Here they are next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Here they are next to some Mattel wrestling figures, both basic and elite. Here there next is some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. Definitely scaling up a little bit larger than these guys. Here there next is some Mezco 1/12 scale cloth soft goods figures. And here there next is some Mafex action figures. So overall I'm going to say I like these two figures. For my unique purposes, which probably almost nobody else is going to buy these figures for, to use them for civilians in my action figure world, these guys are great. I think I like Ron probably as like a 7.5 and Harry as a 7.0. Like I said, I'm probably the minority of people who are buying it for this purpose, but I am who I am. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys real soon.